The Blues will want to make it 3 wins out of 3 when they host the Cheetahs at Eden Park in Auckland on Friday. The Cheetahs have never beaten the Blues in Auckland. In fact, they have a poor away record in general at the moment. They have lost 10 straight away games in a row, the longest drought they have experienced since 2008 and 2009 when they lost 13 games away from home in a row. Furthermore, each of the last 6 encounters between these two teams has been won by the home team. This should make for an exciting game as both teams like to keep the ball in hand. We have seen that the Cheetahs prefer running rugby while the Blues average 18 minutes and 15 seconds in possession this season, more than any other team in the competition. However, while the Cheetahs have been able to score tries, they concede too many and this has been their downfall. Last weekend, they scored 6 tries but conceded 6 as they went down 45-41 to the Highlanders. In fact, they have conceded 48 tries in their 10 Super Rugby games this season, almost 5 per game. The Blues have lost half of their games, 5 out of 10, this season, but these losses have only come against New Zealand opposition who have proven they are in a different class bracket. The Blues therefore have a 100% record against teams outside of New Zealand and should prevail here. The Auckland side are boosted by the return of Tuipulotu, starting, Pryor and Ihaia West on the bench. They are also hitting some good form at the moment with All Black flank Luatua getting back to his best form. The Cheetahs are on a 7-match losing streak, home and away, and are desperate for a win. But the Blues are also desperate to make it 3 victories on the trot, a feat they haven't achieved yet this season. Blues coach Tana Omega said ahead of the game, "Our playing group have had a big run of games and we will be looking for the players coming in to add some real energy to the team. Last week we produced probably the best first half of the season but dropped off in the second half. We are still looking for 80 minutes of complete football." The last time the teams met, Joe Peterson was the hero on the day in a thriller of a match as his penalty 5 minutes from time ensured a 25-24 victory for the Cheetahs. The Blues scored through tries from Luke Braid, Charlie Faumuina, and Jerome Kaino while the Cheetahs tries came from Cyril Pretorius and a Cornel Hendricks brace. Team news: All Black Tuipulotu makes his return from injury for the Blues. Tuipulotu has been sidelined with a back injury since the round 6 clash against the Force, and comes into the starting lineup with Gerard Cowley-Tuioti moving to the bench after starting in 9 of the 10 games this season. Fullback Michael Collins and winger Matt Duffy, who have started in all 10 games this season, have the opportunity to refresh ahead of a busy next 4 weeks, including travel to South Africa and Samoa. Melani returns to the starting lineup at fullback with former New Zealand Sevens player Declan O'Donnell to make his Blues debut on the right wing after a lengthy time on the sideline following impressive pre-season form. Meanwhile, TJ Faiane makes his second start in the midfield in place of Sonny Bill Williams, who has not fully recovered from his concussion injury against the Waratahs. Blues coach Tana Omega said Williams was improving but it was considered prudent to take the opportunity to rest him this week with the demanding schedule ahead over the next month. The Blues also welcome back a raft of players from injury who get their chance off the reserves bench. They include prop Alex Hodgman, who will make his Blues debut, Pryor, who played 13 times last season, Ihaia West, who has missed 4 games with an ankle strain, and halfback Sam Nock, while Hame Faiva replaces an injured Matt Moulds. Meanwhile, Cheetahs head after losing 45-41 against the Highlanders. Charles Murray comes in for Nche at loosehead prop, with Nche providing cover on the bench, while Tom Botha is in at Tuipulotu ahead of Johan Kutsi for this away fixture. In the back row, the Cheetahs are struck by an injury to the in-form Paul Showman, as his spot is taken by Niel Jordan on the blindside form. The Blues will want to keep up the momentum, having won their last 2 games against the Brumbies and Waratahs. They started the season with a win over the Rebels before losing 3 in a row to the Chiefs, Highlanders, and Crusaders respectively. They followed this up with back-to-back wins over the Bulls and Force but thereafter lost to the Highlanders and Hurricanes. The Cheetahs are on a dismal run of form, having lost their last 7. Their season started with defeat to the Lions before promising wins over the Bulls and Sunwolves. Since then it has been downhill for the men from Bloemfontein with losses to the Jaguars, Sharks, Stormers, Chiefs, Bulls, Crusaders, and Highlanders. Prediction: this could be a free-flowing end-to-end encounter but the Blues should edge it. Blues by 10. Previous results: 2015, Cheetahs won 25-24 in Bloemfontein. 2014, Blues won 40-30 in Auckland. 2013, Cheetahs won 34-13 in Bloemfontein. 2011, Blues won 29-22 in Auckland. 2010, Cheetahs won 36-32 in Bloemfontein. 2009, Blues won 46-12 in Auckland. 2008, Blues won 50-26 in Bloemfontein. 2007, Blues won 26-8 in Auckland. The teams: Blues 15 Melani Nana, 14 Declan O'Donnell, 13 George Moala, 12 TJ Faiane, 11 Rieko Ioane, 10 Piers Francis, 9 Augustine Pulu, 8 Akira Ioane, 7 Blake Gibson, 6 Stephen Luatua, 5 Scott Scrafton, 4 Tuipulotu, 3 Charlie Faumuina, 2 James Parsons, 1 Pauliasi Manu. Replacements: 16 Hame Faiva, 17 Alex Hodgman, 18 Ofatu Ungafasai, 19 Gerard Cowley-Tuioti, 20 Pryor, 21 Sam Nock, 22 Ihaia West, 23 Michael Collins. Cheetahs: 15 Clayton Blommetjies, 14 Sargiel Peterson, 13 Francois Venter, C. 12 William Smallsmith, 11 Raymond Rule, 10 Fred Zylinga, 9 Tien Meyer, 8 Henko Venter, 7 Upa Mohoji, 6 Niel Jordan, 5 Francois, 4 Carl Wegner, 3 Tom Bota, 2 Torsten van Jaarsveld, 1 Charles Meret. Replacements: 16 Elendra Huggett, 17 Ox Nche, 18 Johan Kutsi, 19 Armand Koster, 20 Uzair Cassium, 21 Sean Venter, 22 Neil Meret, 23 Clinton Swart. Date: Friday, May 12th. Venue: Eden Park, Auckland. Kickoff: 19.35 local, 09.35 GMT. Referee: Brendan Pickerill. Assistant referees: Glenn Jackson, Angus Maybe, TMO, Aaron Patterson.